Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 89 of Europa Universalis IV. Just been having a quick look at the sort of world map as I loaded in and just looking at the way that it's all worked out. Muscovy is now gone and Russia has managed to form, but unusually some of the really big powers that normally get wiped out or are in non-existence by the end of the game are still around. It's very often that we see the Timurids get completely smashed and disappear, but they're still here. The Commonwealth is still around. They are starting to get swallowed up by Austria. As you can see, Austria's actually increased quite a lot in size. Most of what Austria has now is what used to be Hungary. But yeah, Austria own quite a lot of it, and the Commonwealth is becoming irrelevant now, but they're still around. The Ottomans, quite often the Ottomans have gone by this point, but they are still there as well. Hopefully, Austria and the Ottomans are going to have lots of issues with each other. They are rivaled, so it's quite possible that that could happen. And even though Castile didn't form Spain, they're still quite powerful, and we are currently in a war. A war which I did not start. It's actually because I got called in by Portugal. Now, what I actually want to do is I don't really want to get too involved in this war, because the war is actually against these sort of little tribal powers which aren't really all that important. Now, it's quite possible that the Ottomans could get called in because they are the defender of the Sunni faith, and we are showing superiority over here. I really don't want to do any damage to the Ottomans because I just want them to be a complete pain for Austria for the rest of this game. So what I want to try and do, we can't declare war ourselves at the moment because we are still in a Regency Council, but that is only going to be for another, well, less than a year. So in less than a year, we should be able to start declaring wars. And I'm thinking it might be a good time then to go and declare a war on Castile. Now, they're allied with a few people, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Now, luckily, they don't even appear to be allied with Portugal anymore. And Portugal will be busy as well. I thought they were allied with Portugal at one point. What I'd also like to do is take another bite out of Great Britain as soon as we can. And I think what I might do over here is, I've noticed that Scotland still have cores on the majority of these provinces, so it might be worth actually trying to get Great Britain to completely release Scotland, because that would instantly take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces away from them. Is that a separate province? 7 provinces away from them, so we could take a lot of provinces away from Great Britain if we were to try and do it that way around. So that's what we might do. Do we still have a truce with them? No, we don't. So we could actually go straight to war with Great Britain. But I think it's time to take a chunk out of Castile, because they're still quite big, and we haven't really done anything towards them. And it'd be nice to send the aggressive expansion out in their direction for a little while. So let's just go back up to speed 3. I am just keeping my eye on things. Right, you can't improve relations anymore over there in Bohemia, so you may as well come back. Which means none of our diplomats are doing anything useful. Is there any use in trying to improve relations with a lot of these people? The answer is probably no, not much, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. Tuscany, I think we're improved as much as we can be. Oh no, we could get some more. Could get it up to 0. Of course, they will be on the other side of the war if we do go to war against Castile, but that's not too bad. So improved relations there, 74, so it is dropping down. Lost the claim on Ayrshire, that's fine. Not too bothered about that. Venice, you dislike me. It's mostly aggressive expansion, but we could go and improve relations there. Maybe we could vassalize Venice. Lose a lot of money for some power. Well, that's fine, because we've got a lot of money there. Don't mind that. I would still like to try and grab the Netherlands, if possible. They'd never accept vassalization. Yeah, it's got its own subjects. It's got a massive tax base. So we'll have to go and attack the Netherlands at some point as well. I do want to save a little bit of money, make sure that we still have some that we can use for mercenaries if we need to. But at the same time, let's go ahead and... Oh, another colony has become self-sustaining. So let's sort that out. So this is now a self-sustaining colony. So let us go over here, I guess, and we'll go and do that one. That'll give us another mission. none of these that I really want to do, so I'm going to take that Conquer Milan one, just because it gives me a CB. If I cancel the mission, do I lose the CB? Yeah, you do lose the CB when you cancel the mission. That was something I wasn't sure about, so I'm glad I got to test that out. And hopefully we'll get some more palatable missions later on. What was I going to do? Buildings, that was it. I was just going to go and put in a few more of these spy agencies. Now, these do use our admin points, which is not terrible. We'll try and get them in everywhere where we can. Oh, I should have recalled the diplomat there, but we'll do that later. There's still a couple that have a base tax of 1. So let's get those. What are we down to in admin points? We can actually afford to get all of these in here. So let's go ahead and... Bloody hard to click on some of these smaller provinces. There we go. That's the whole lot done. So we'll leave that to cook. What else do we need to do? Milan. Oh, there we go. We have the new king. Fantastic. So, we can't improve relations anymore with you. Let us come home. We have an alliance offer from some natives that we're not bothered about. What we want to do is we want to declare war, although we don't have a free diplomat. We've got one coming back. We want to declare war on Castile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a lot of my units down to the mountains, especially my units that have the good generals. Get some in Aragon, and we're just going to basically move a lot of people down here. I'll move some of the guys down, some of the generals down there once we get there. Don't think Castile's going to be able to do an awful lot. The other war is being won, so we don't have to worry there. So we're going to have a look at this. So if we were to declare war, Tuscany and Naples would come in. The Papal State would come on in our behalf, and so would Brandenburg, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to move a few units down here and keep them around in the mountains, just to surround Milan. And that just gives us a little bit of protection should they decide that they want to get fresh with us and start a fight. We should have enough men down here to deal with Castile. Let's go and deal with that. So what was that one? This one here? So we can move up here now and start to block in Newfoundland a little more. Right, do I need all of these guys around here? I think I'm actually going to take you and bring you over this way, because Castile does have the bigger army. And we'll make sure that we've got Milan nice and surrounded. They probably will try and jump on us at some point. Now then. We can still have a free military leader. How many do we have? We only have 2, and we can have 3 as a baseline, so we will have another one. So let's go ahead and grab a leader over here. Not bad. It's only a 644, but we'll take it. Yeah, we'll let everybody get in place, because I don't want any nasty surprises. So you can move forwards into these mountains. Trent is mountains, so you can move forwards into Trent. You move into Tyrol just to be ready to jump on them. You can move into Wallace. Now, it is quite good having leaders with a lot of manoeuvre on them, because that does reduce attrition as well. And attrition is not going to be too big of a problem for me right now, and that's mainly because I've got a lot of increased fortifications in these places, so that will help things out quite a lot. And again, I always click maintain diplomat when I don't need to. Where are we? You can still get some more. You can come back. Okay, so we've got a couple of generals down here. That is fine. I think we're ready to start the war. We're just going to go down to speed 1 while we attempt to do this. Let's just have one final look and see how this is going to go, if we should do. Quito will come in, and they're nobody, really. They're not going to cause any problem. It's not actually Milan that's going to come in. It's Tuscany, which is this tiny little 2-province nation down here, and Naples, which is... Where's Naples gone? I thought Naples was down here somewhere. There we go. Naples has just got a couple of provinces. I don't even think we need all these guys over here, actually. So I'm actually going to bring one of these groups back, and you can come into Bern. In fact, we definitely don't need all these guys here. So you guys can come back. You guys can get ready to pounce. And we're going to go and declare war straight away here. So let's declare the war. Do I want to co-belligerize any of these guys. Well, I can't really take... I guess I could take Napoli, because Napoli isn't currently the capital. Their capital is now here in Palermo. So we could take Napoli. Actually, no, we can't. I was going to say it shares the sea with Sardinia, but Sardinia's port is on the Western Mediterranean, and the port for Napoli is actually in the Bay of Napoli, so we can't even do that. So we can't take anything from either of them. Corsica does share a sea with Pisa, so we could potentially take Pisa, but I'm not really all that bothered about that. So let's just go ahead and declare the war. Barcelona is our war goal, and we are going to declare on them. Now, they have quite a lot of units. We can now hire another general. Let me just group these guys up. There's no reason not to. We can have another general, and the reason for that is because we have just declared war on one of our rivals, which means we get an instant little boost there. Wurzburg has entered into the military coalition, so we might find we get a few coalitions. Port's blockaded. Don't really have a lot of ships there. I guess I could grab one of my fleets. This is the Genoa fleet one, isn't it? So you could actually move straight into there and probably sink that navy, although they'll probably dock before my navy arrives. It's usually what the AI tends to do. Austria has entered into a coalition against us. Not too big of a problem. Oh, let's unpause the game. I paused it whenever I see it pop up. Right, yeah, they're going to go down nice and easily. What have we got here? We can have plus 5% production efficiency and less national tax for 10 years. Or one province... No, we can get a plus 0.05 monthly autonomy change. Let's go for that. We can manage that. Yeah, Holland has entered the coalition. So we do have a coalition forming against us. It's not going to be that big of a problem. So I think we'll be okay. Right, I'm going to take these ships here, and I'm going to get them patrolling the Genoa trade route again. Because we've sunk their little fleet there. We're going to go and do this next... No, oh, no, you should be staying there. What have we completed? No, you have finished. So, you should be going there. There we go. So, what about Castile? You are sending troops towards me. And what's going on over here? There are a few troops around, which I probably cannot get to. You're moving down. Can we get into here? Apparently we can. Getting some attrition there because we're marching through. Let's go and siege these guys out. We've actually got the Papal State going in to help anyway. Yeah, definitely getting a big coalition against us. But just because the coalition is triggering doesn't mean that anybody is... Well, just because the coalition is forming doesn't mean that we're actually going to get attacked. Actually, you guys stop moving. Let's take this leader here. This is Maximilian. Let's just no-leader you. And let's put you on these guys. And then what you can do is march in here and hopefully wipe them out. So we do want to try and take a little bit from them. Gain 100 Diplo power, that was quite nice. So we have got some guys standing by here. We should be able to do a fair bit of damage. We'll try and seize out... we will try and siege out all of Tuscany. We might even be able to vassalize them. I mean, there's no point annexing them because we're not directly next to them. But it's probably worth trying to take them out. Okay. Let's just go ahead and select the army here. We're going to go and put forced march on, and we're going to go and march on over these guys. See if we can catch them. We're going to see if we can start trying to run their army down. Now, we will get a crossing penalty. But they have... Yeah, we actually beat them there. So we do get a penalty. They've actually got rebels here, which is fantastic. Their army's just got absolutely crushed there. They're taking massive losses. Let's just have a quick look at that. Why is that so? Look at our base morale compared to theirs. We've got... Actually, it's funny. We've got the same tactics and we have the same discipline, but we have much higher base morale. We've also got a much higher number of cannons, and we have the leader there, so... I think this is going to be my my stomping army that's just going to go around and do them a bit of damage. And I think what we're just going to do is we're just going to go in and attempt to blanket siege, basically. I don't think they have an awful lot around that can cause me a lot of harm. We'll also see if we can get them to release Granada as well. I have a feeling that I did that once before. I think they might have just gone and swallowed them up again. So we'll go and siege out all of Tuscany. That'll stop them from being able to produce any more units and send our way. So that's one less thing to worry about. I don't really want to have to take out these noble rebels if I can. I'd sooner leave Castile to deal with their own rebel problems. But I'm certainly going to do my best to try and siege out as much stuff as possible. So let's just start detaching some sieges, and we'll just start moving out and grabbing a few provinces where we can. Got some truces expiring, so I am very much expecting to see a lot more... I'm very much expecting to see a lot more people joining the coalition against me. So you got this guy sort of marching off. There's another one join the coalition. I didn't even stop to look who that was, to be honest. Not too sure where Castile's armies are. They don't appear to have much of one, if they have any at all. Be nice if we could grab Alicante also. I might have to go and deal with that rebel stack. I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't want them to just move across and grab one of my... I don't want them to move across and jump onto one of these 4 stacks before I can really do anything about it, so... Let's just carry on going down here and just see if we can siege a few more places out. I don't want to blanket siege absolutely everywhere. I mean, well, I do... But at the same time, I want to make sure that... do I want to try and take these guys? It'd be risky if I did. Can't assign the leader to you because you're going to be in enemy territory, so... I'll bring you guys in, though. Let's go ahead and... Right, you guys can move into here. We are going to grab this leader. This is Maximilian again. No, we can't remove him from here either. Okay, we can get a new quest. Claim a rival's province. We can do that, but we don't need to do it right now. So, yeah, it's this stack here that worries me. But I might just jump on them and see if we can take them out. I don't want to take too many casualties, because if we take a lot of casualties, we could end up with the coalition firing against us if we appear to be weak. So you can detach and send someone down here. You might catch them on time. Looks like we're going to win that fight anyway, which is good. So we don't have any war score against them yet. Tuscany and Naples are in. You won that battle there, so why don't you detach and just send the rest of the crew over in that direction. And you can detach and move down here. As you can see, you start getting some really bad army compositions once you start to split up with all this detaching and the carpet sieging, but that's not too bad. Let's just go and put somebody in there, stop them spawning anything up to the north, and then we will split these little groups up here. You guys can stay there and unsiege and re-siege Madrid. You've got some guys down there. I am just going to go in. It's probably a little bit derpy, because we do kind of have the wrong composition there, and you do have a leader. But at the same time, I do want to stop you from doing too much. Seems to be a lot of ships moving around. Yeah, they've got a lot of ships. Hopefully they won't... We've got pretty good trade fleets if they do get bumped into. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. We've won the siege of Pisa already. So let's send these guys down here and... oh, we can't actually... Right, did that just un-mothball my fleet? I bet it did, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. So what I need to do is get access through Siena. And they're probably willing to give it as well. So, can I ask for military access? Yes. Now, one thing is, it was probably helping because Napoli couldn't get any of their troops through either, probably. Corsica's getting sieged out, but that's fine. We should be able to get to Naples by going down that way, so that's not too much of a problem. Papal State is sieging some stuff out for us as well, so that is fine. Let's go ahead and just detach and see if we can just siege out a few more of these provinces. I'm not sure if Castile have any troops on these ships or whether they're just posturing. We can have a look if we look in the ledger, I suppose. Military. Well, I've clicked on navies, so let's have a look at it anyway. Castile has a lot of ships, 309. Not as many as me. They do have some heavies. I should probably get my heavies out of mothballs, actually. Let's have a look at the armies. Castile has... Apparently Castile still has 148k men. I do not know where they are. So what we're going to do... Let's go ahead and grab our fleet here with the heavies in, and we will unmothball that because we can take that down to help out. We may well need to do that. I think we're going to be okay. As we get more provinces sieged out, we'll carpet siege a little more. It might be that Castile are over here protecting a lot of their overseas interests, so things aren't too bad. We will have to go down there and try and stomp those guys, which we'll do a little bit later on. And Brandenburg are coming along to help as well. Still in that other war, of course. That's at 68%. Now, we do have a battle going on over here. Apparently, we actually lost a naval battle. Did an entire navy just get sunk there? Lubeck, Bordeaux, Genoa, Gulf of St. Lawrence, English Channel, and that one that hadn't sort of met up with anybody yet. So, no, we didn't actually lose a fleet. I think we have lost some ships. Won the Siege of Lyon, fantastic, and also won this siege down here. So let's get you down into Cadiz. Let's get you over into... Well, you're already carpet sieging 100% now. So I guess you can move into the coastal area and help siege that out a little bit as well. Won the Siege of Murcia, that's fantastic. So you move along into here. And I might just come and bring my heavies down into here and just stop their heavies from getting out. That might be the plan here. We are going to have to do a bit of reparations to them before we can do any of that. And I'm really curious to know where all of Castile's men are. Apparently we're not sieging anything down here, so you can go and jump in there, hopefully wipe that stack. They're trying to unsiege over here. So let's just come back with that stack and try and kill that guy. And then I think that'll actually be all of the troops they have over here gone. Of course, we won't be able to siege out Mallorca too easily, although it's not really a massive target at the moment. Won a couple more sieges. We've won that siege over there. So you guys get down here. Oh, we've got another naval battle going on. This is actually the Papal State. The Papal State, that might have been the battle that was lost, actually. It might not have been my ships. May well have been the Papal State or one of my vassals losing a naval battle. Well, there's nothing I can really do about that one. Won another siege. Portugal is sort of making deals in that other war, which we're not really concentrating on. It's not that big of an issue for us. I think these guys were supposed to be on one of the other trade nodes. I don't know which one they were supposed to join up with, but apparently they haven't. Still winning sieges everywhere. So I think I'll just allow these things to continue. Siena, you can have access. Naples has entered into an alliance. So I wonder if Naples is... why did they break the alliance? That's weird. Well, allow things to keep going. Now then, what about ideas? We can take a new idea. What do we like in terms of tech? We are well ahead of time. And this is really, really cheap for an idea cost. Manpower recovery speed plus 20%. We are never going to be short of men for a war. Not anymore, anyway. So we already have 10% war score against Castile. Now, one thing I haven't checked, and one thing I am hoping, is that my overseas holdings, and they are exactly what I wanted them to do, they are taking over big chunks of the Castilian colonial nations over here. So we'll try and grab as much of this as we can. It might be quite expensive. I don't necessarily want to take a lot from Castile themselves. We'll have plenty of time to do that in the future, but I do want to try and take... would be nice if we could diplo-vassalize... Well, if we could vassalize Tuscany, take Barcelona, take a load of colonial stuff, and then maybe Alicante. If I can get that, I will be happy. But that is something for another video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying EU4, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.